What's going on, everybody? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for taking action to change your life, and thank you for taking that extra step to develop yourself further, right? It's all about growing, it's all about learning, and it's all about applying and obviously manifesting and creating the lives that we want to live. Not only are we learning to manifest things and situations and opportunities, we're gonna manifest the exact person, the exact being that we want to be moving forward. The reason I made this course is because I stumbled across the law of attraction and how it works at a young age, not so much the ideology behind it, but using it myself. And I started seeing that once I put myself in certain states, and I focused on certain things, I always manifested what I want, if not better. So what I've done is I've taken all my experiences, all my concepts, I made them super simple, super easy to digest and apply, and I streamlined it for you. So as you go through this course, understand each segment is super important. You're building one on top of the other, so don't skip through segments. I had so much fun putting this together, and it took a lot of work, but I'm so excited because I know for sure it will help millions of people, and that's my goal for this, to be able to help millions of people and help people understand that the same forces we deal with every day, like gravity, the law of attraction, also works. If you step off of a curb or if you step off of a 50-foot building, you will go down. Law of attraction works the same way. What you admit you will receive. So what I'm gonna do is dive in and dissect how to emit certain frequencies, get in certain spaces, visualize certain things, so that it can manifest into your present. So again, I hope you guys enjoy this. Take your time, go through each step, and don't move forward until you completed the step before also included or the audio version of each segment. So if you wanted to just throw those in your earphones at work and just listen, you can do that. You also have documents and worksheets to be able to complete throughout the course, and a document that will keep you on track from what you've learned in this course moving forward. So again, I'm super excited. Thank you for taking a chance on yourself to grow and to be able to manifest exactly what you want, the life you want, and the person you want to be. I appreciate you guys as always. Thanks. Welcome to the first lesson. Before we get started, I want to make sure that we're on the same page moving forward, right, so that we're able to build upon each lesson. Have an understanding of what we just learned from the lesson before. So this first lesson is the lay of the land. Everything is energy, everything is made of frequency and frequency waves at different wavelengths. Right here is an energy emotional scale. This energy is based upon emotions. Higher the emotions, the lighter the energy. Lower the emotions, heavier the higher the emotions, the more your being is let in source energy, the more you feel in tune with yourself when you're doing something happy and joyful. Appreciation. Love. Time flies by. You don't even notice as you move down on this scale. You're pinching off the source. Fear, depression, anger, disappointment. Those things make you feel heavy. It makes you boxed in. You don't think freely. You don't think outside the box. Less ideas come to you. No idea has come to you. That's why now with this emotional scale, you can move up and down the scale as you please. Right, you're hopeful. You can move up to optimism, you can move up into enthusiasm, move up to passion, move up to joy, or you can move down to continue to bored to frustration. The thing with the energy and emotional scale is, the emphasis is on energy vibrations. If you understand our world or universe works in energy and vibrations, you will begin to understand that all you need to do is tune to specific vibrations. You've had experiences with all these emotions. You've had passion before in your life, you've had fear before in your life. You know what those energies and those frequencies feel like. So get acquainted with these energy vibration, the emotional scale. Understand that these heavier emotions allowing less source energy being pinched off. Why do you think when you're in a good space, a feeling of appreciation, the feeling of empowerment, joy, you get good ideas? You get hunches, right? Ideas, hunches. You get insights. You get these thoughts that come to you. That's why, because your vow is open, you're allowing, it's never gonna happen down here. This is the worst place to make any decisions, especially major decisions. The only decisions I would want to make down here is to move up my emotional scale, identify, be aware, oh, I'm angry right now. I understand that, but understand doubt and worry. It's better than anger. Move up the scale, disappointment, understand what happened. Okay, I'm not angry anymore, but I am disappointed at this person. You just moved up the scale. I just keep inching your way. It's all about being aware of where you sit and understanding where you want to go, always want to reside up here. So that's the introduction to energy, emotions, and vibration. Since we understand energy and vibration makes up the world, and we can use our feelings that essentially interact with these vibrations. Let's talk about feeling and connection. Individual who can think back to a joyful time is simply calling forth the vibration of joy, happiness, sadness. All these things are labels that we place upon the actual vibration just so we can all be able to identify them. So if you can think back to a joyful time and associate with that energy, then you can use that energy to become it. That's how you move up the emotional scale. So that's what feeling is. If you felt sad, you connected with a frequency of sadness, and that made you say, right, has nothing to do with. Nobody else obviously can come from a situation experience. But for the most part it's still you decided to connect with that energy, connect with sadness, connect with happiness, joy, whatever it might be. Right. Yeah. Next, let's talk about past, present and future. How we've been taught. What I want to do is shed light on the reality. This new reality is going to help you in your manifestations moving forward. Can your focus moving forward and everything moving forward? So this is a real important segment, and I know for sure this segment is gonna change your mindset, your concept and your mindset about time in general. So we've been taught past, present, future. Future is what's ahead, past is what's already been played out. millimeter. The future never arrives, never comes, because by the time the future gets here it's the present. Right, correct. So we don't have any future. You only have the present and now current and the past. The past is what the present used to be. That's it. So the only way you can tell if something has changed is by viewing the past and comparing it to the present. If you wanted to lose weight, you would look at your weight in January as opposed to your weight in November. That will let you know how much you've changed. Now, I know you're asking, you're wondering, well, how do we change the future if it doesn't exist? What you do is you call for the change that you want in your present, because remember, that's the only thing that can change. So if in the future you want happiness and joy frequency, only thing you can do is connect with that right now. This current moment, the power of now, connect with joy, happiness, so that it can change, become ya, join happiness now. That's your future. You went from here to joy and happiness. You went from anger. You went from boredom, went from the sentiment. Now you're joyful when you're happy because you call forth that energy into the now, the prison. The things you would want to pay attention to in your present moment. To attract the future you want, it's focused. This is where we're going to dive into focus, but I want you to see the importance of it here. The only thing that's gonna change the present is what you decide to focus on. Do you focus on joy? You focus on sadness, you focus on gossip. Do you focus on negativity? Because that's what the present is going to change to, because that's where you're associating and pointing your energy. I'm gonna be a laser beam, and I'm gonna focus on Jordan, so that my present remain joy. I'm enlightened. You guys, on the importance of not talking about the past, and not leaning on the past, because essentially it doesn't matter unless you have some deep-rooted trauma that you need to have worked out in order for you to move on in the future. It doesn't matter whatsoever. I'll show you on if this is a will moving forward. This is the degree, and everything gets thrown back, because this will was moving forward. This is the past. It happened after the fact, the cake has been baked. All you can use this for now is to determine where you just came from, so that you can realize how much for what to change based on your present. All the action is here where the rubber meets the road going forward. There's nothing ahead of that. Nothing ahead of the present. This is the past. This is the present. All your attention to focus should be in the present at all times. Only way you're taking your attention out of the present is to review the past of what happened, so that you can make changes for what to call forth to pull into your new present. What do you want to experience next? Who call that forth? Which will create your future if you're looking at a boat, looking at the boat. Alright, wailing that way, and these are the way all the action is here. This is the weight. This is the past. This is showing you where you just came from. You can look at a boat and see its wake, 200-300 feet depending on how fast it's going, and so that you can trace that boat from where it just came from. That's where the past is. So like I said, unless you have deep-rooted trauma, something that's prohibiting you from moving forward. Not limitations and barriers and whatnot. Because we'll get into that. But I just want you guys to see the power of now, the power of right now, the present. That's all you have. We don't have anything else just to break. If in your past you were teased, you had issues with certain people, you could never complete your mission. Never got that girl, you wanted whatever it is, it doesn't even matter who cares, because you don't want to carry that into the present vibration. You have a power and a choice to decide to be a totally different person every single day. The only thing that's holding you back is the characters and the act. And what I mean by that is the world is a play. It's merely a player characters, and people get caught playing out this role even though they want to change. They'll get caught playing out this role because the people around them, well, look at them different and feel offended or threatened because you're changing character. If I've been playing this character with you, and now you decide to change, whoa, what are you doing? That's not you. Well, technically it is now, because this is who I am moving forward. This is my new present. So don't allow yourself to get held back, my people, by your environment, especially your environment. If you change and you're becoming a new person, which we are, you're gonna have to change your environment, you're gonna have to change how you interact with people. You're going to have to change the people you interact with. You're gonna have to change the people that you even allow in your vicinity, because we're going to be energy snobs. If you have a negative energy or bad energy, if you pull me back to my previous past character, a different person, so you're either with me and you're uplifting me and encouraging me for this change, or I gotta let you go, baby. So I hope you are able to make this decision. We're gonna work towards it. But I just wanted to put that in your head now. Anything that's happened before, relationship issues, any problems, it doesn't matter. Moving forward, we're a new person. We're creating a new present, create a new present in this portion of the course. I wanted to hopefully relate to you guys the fact that you're able to decide any and everything. You can decide any and every vibration known to man. And what I mean by that is, this is your life, this is your perspective. This is how you view life. Make this your processing zone, meaning anything that comes into your world. You process it, and you decide whether you accept that or you reject. So if somebody comes to you, and they say you can't do something, well, you process that and then you accept that or you reject it, which obviously you will want to reject it. So there's a ton of different behaviors and habits that you might have accumulated simply because you accepted it when you were young. So it's wise to literally where we are right now. It's the reason you're taking this course. Go forward, create from here on out. Everything else that happened in the past you back here, you shouldn't care about because it's too gum, the flavor is gone. It's over with. But to manifest and create, you have to get ahead energetically, have to get ahead of what you're dealing with in life. So if in the past were picked on in the past, you didn't say in the past were picked on anything negative, you can choose to say, okay, I reject all of that, and I'm a totally new person. See yourself as the guy or the gal who picked up and left their city, and went to an entirely new city. That city doesn't know about your past. They don't know anything. All they know is what you're showing them going forward. Go through the course, understand the laws and energy, and how to work with them. But moving forward, creating a better you, creating a better future, creating a better lifestyle, having awareness of what it is you're manifest. That's the entire point. So literally, I want you to be this person that picked up and went to another city, and think from that process, rejects anything that you didn't like in the past. You just got picked up and dropped off in another state about to live up entirely new life. Nobody cares about what happened in the past. Move forward, right? Even Kobe Bryant or Tom Brady doesn't care about the last championship. They ask them what's their favorite championship. They say the next year, you can go forward, and the real power is you telling your story. Nobody from outside can tell your story. There's nothing to fear from anybody. You know why? Because you can reject everything. Keep that smile on your face. You reject whatever it is you want because you create this. This is your world, this is what you process. So that's the power of the side and rejecting accepted. Let's talk about awareness and why it's so important. Obviously, we're dealing with energy and vibration. It's wise to have an understanding of what energy we're emitting and what energy and vibration we want to tap into to be able to manifest moving forward. Right. So I liken this to a sailor at sea. A sailor has to know where he's at in order to know how to even get to where he wants to be, right? So it's actually two concepts. Knowing where you're at and knowing where you want to be, and then obviously how to get. Somebody who's in a third world country might have a different perspective on life than somebody who's rich and living in a mansion. Two different perspectives. Okay, so that's what I mean by your world and your perspective. So the thing that we want to focus on and be aware of at all times are thoughts, our talk, meaning our self-talk, and our actual verbal talk, where our attention is our move, overall vibration, and then our actions, right? These are the things that really shape your world and your perspective. Your beliefs based on your beliefs would dictate how you talk, what you think about, where your attention goes, your mood and your actions. So it's super important to understand that you need to believe something that even gives you a chance at winning in life, or just manifesting. If you want to manifest a scholarship, well, you have to be able to talk about it in a way that it can enter your experience, right? So you can't speak negatively about it. Your attention has to be there. Your move has to be high. You can't be down and out and trying to benefit something into your life, because there's a huge disconnect there. And then your actions, you have to be moving towards the thing you're trying to benefit. So maybe you're you're doing different competitions, different things like that, trying to get in touch with people so that you can earn a scholarship, right? So it starts with your belief. You have to believe that you can even do this for all these other things to align. So it starts with your belief. If we can have that on a piece of paper, you should be able to literally tell what that person has going on in your life, because their thoughts are going to tell you whether they think they can do something. Maybe they're leaning positive, maybe they're leaning towards the negative. That's going to let you know what type of move there. And that's going to let you know where their attention is. That's gonna let you know what you're talking about. That's gonna let you know their actions. Simple. So all this forms your world and your perspective, and that's why you need to be aware of your thoughts, talk, attention, actress. So what I like to do is I like to first of all start off by being positive, 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 positive. I need my thoughts to be positive about me, the world and the people are built with. It makes no sense for me to have a positive thought about myself, and then on the next man I have a negative thought. Maybe I didn't say anything negative, but I thought something negative. At the end of the day is still energy, is still vibration, is still there. So I want to think positive thoughts. I want to only speak on positive subjects, positive matters. Speak positive about negative matters, right? I can control this, my attention. I want to focus my attention on positivity, nothing negative. I have control of this again. My mood. I want to keep my mood high again. This is our boomerang. I want to throw my boomerang from the highest floor every single time, and I want to be able to be there when my boomerang comes back, and then my actions. This is really the easy part if you have all of these lines up, because it's super easy to take action on something that you know you can achieve, that you've been talking positively about it, that your attention has been on. Your energy is already starting to match it. And you're in a good move. Come on, right? So again, start off positive, and then start working your way to make sure all of this stuff match. so that you can be a positive being. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the two levels of awareness. It's the people that say everything happens to me, meaning the blamers and the complainers, we all know is everybody's fault. But there and then you have people who believe everything happens through me. These people understand that everything is connected and we are one. I might receive a bonus on my check and a family member may call me in need of funds and desperate need of funds. Everything happens through me. This blessing is coming through me to help this next person. So when you think in that matter, anything that's negative, you would automatically train to see it as, oh, this is a positive, somewhere down the road. Or maybe this is a sign. I don't need to do this, I need to do this. You're gonna always look at things in a positive manner, because if you're a positive being, you're thinking positive thoughts, everything is happening through. So there's no need to judge every mishap, or what you think is a mishap might think something is negative, and it's a huge blessing a week later. So you never know. So these are the things right here, why awareness is important. Alright, you want to be aware of your thoughts, you talk your attention, your mood and your actions just leaves that forms your world and your perspective, and then the two levels of awareness, everything happens to me, and then everything happens through me, meaning we're all connected. We're all one. So we're all one on energy and vibration. Your energy and vibration. Everything's energy and vibration. Sure. Love. Because then love will come back, positivity will come back. You can shape your own world and your own perspective. So you might as well, there's no reason to sit down and watch the news or CNN or anything negative, because you're in control of your world. So why allow negativity, news and gossip and anything negative to come into your world if you're the creator of your world? That's the power of awareness. Alright. In this section, we're going to talk about the law of attraction we've already discussed, and we already understand that everything is made of vibrations. Well, the law of attraction is what governs the entire universe. And those vibrations, and these are the simple breakdowns to it. Like attracts like without judgment or bias, meaning the law of attraction is working with her. You're saying I don't want a piece of candy, or you're saying I do want a piece of candy, like attracts like you and candy, you're thinking about candy. So either way candy is gonna somehow make its way to your vicinity, to your experience, because you put off vibration asking for that and attracting, not just like if you hold that long enough you can make its way towards it or to you. So that's what I mean by like attracts like without judgment or bias. Because whether you're saying you want something or you don't want something is the fact that your attention is focused on the vibration of that object. That's it. So if you can think of your eyes as being a spotlight, whatever your attention is on, whatever your attention is focusing on, you're calling that forth, right? So that's why it's wise to obviously be aware. The next thing is it's the underlying orchestrator of events, conversation, situations and circumstances, everything. So nothing is out of reach. For not a part of the law of attraction, it's like Earth, everything is forced to deal with gravity, right? Everything in the universe is forced to deal with the law of attraction. That's how the law of attraction operates. And it's always work. So if we understand this, this is basically a rule book. Now we have a rule book saying, okay, where I place my attention and my focus, I'm able to manifest what I'm able to attract. Therefore I should be able to dictate how I live. I go about my life and the life I live, as far as what's coming into. What am I not paying attention to? That's a big thing. What you don't pay attention to is just as important as what you do pay attention to. So this is our rule book. Alright, now that we understand how the law of attraction works, I want to start diving in deeper. So the next thing is you're moved. We're going to talk about why this is important. Remember, the law of attraction works to bring things together like attracts life? Well, we also understood that we were vibrations, and we were energy. This is our vibration. Our vibration would be our mood or resting baseline. That's the energy that you're giving off throughout the day. So if you're sad, you're gonna continue to attract things that make you sad. If you're happy and joyful, you're gonna continue to attract things that make you happy and joyful. We all know those people who are always just down in the dumps and bad things just always happen to them. Well, that's because they're resting there. That's their resting baseline mood. So, if you look at this building here and remember our emotional scale that we talked about, energy happy. The top being happy and joyful. The bottom being sad, angry, depressed. Higher you go, the lighter it is, the lower you go, the heavier dent. Well, if you're on level 4 of this building, and you threw a boomerang outright, the boomerang has to come back to level 4. Well, that's the law of attraction. That's literally what the law of attraction is. If you're on level 4 and you throw a boomerang, it has to come back. So you're gonna get level for situations, level for events, meet level for people, your level for opportunities. If I want to move up the scale 11.5, right? You want to move up the scale 1 increments at a time. Just going up is a benefit. Well, level 10 is getting level 10 experiences. Level 10 opportunities most people do is at the beginning of the day, they might move up or they might start off higher as the day goes on. You move lower and lower and lower and lower before you even start manifesting these different objects and situations and events. You want to make sure your vibe and your energy as a beam is at an optimal level. You want to work on getting it here. Alright. Getting away from anything negative, focusing on the positive, turning your attention of positivity. Getting away from negativity. Focus up here. So that's why this is so important, your mood, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about this a lot, but your energy, your 5 as a being, want that to be as high as possible. That's the importance of your moves. Alright guys, let's talk about one of my favorite topics, which is visualization in this lesson. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna show you why it's effective, and I'm gonna show you what it's actually doing, so that you can have a full understanding, and the importance of visualization. We already understand that we're made of energy and vibration, and the law of attraction, governance that energy and vibration. So with visualization, what you want to do is you're putting out a beacon to the universe saying, hey, I feel this way, and in terms I want to attract more things that allow me to feel this way, or I'm putting my attention on this specific feeling or object or situation. And in terms of universe is going to conspire to bring that into fruition for you, because essentially you're tricking it to say already have this. That's the key to manifest. What you need to do is you need to say already have this, or I'm already experiencing this, and then the universe in terms matches that frequency, and then you really experience it. But for the most part, when you're using your heart and your mind, you're already telling the universe they already have this. Bring me more. So that's the trick to actually be able to manifest visualization again. It's all about energy and feeling. That's why we're using our heart and our brand. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the EKG. But it measures those two, so you want to put your heart and your mind into it to be able to manifest the feeling and the energy that you desire next. You want to visualize in first person. You always want to do in the first person, because you want to see yourself doing it. Not in a sense of you're doing it and the camera view is up here and you're watching yourself doing it. You want to do it in a sense of how would it be if I was actually doing it? And that's first person. I can't see my face. I can't see my body right now. I can only see my hands, and I can see what I'm intentionally focusing on. Right. So that's how you have to see your manifestation when you're visualizing. So if you're visualizing yourself camping, well, you need to visualize, you're looking out into the woods, feeling that air, smelling the campfire, talking to different people, right? These interactions that you'll have. That's how you visualize the champion situation. So you always want to do in the first person, and third you want to use all senses. So say we want to manifest something using all three of these situations. What I would do is I want to manifest myself being in Hawaii. So this is me. And this is my current energy. It's the present. It's the present, right? But I want to manifest myself, but I want to visualize myself in Hawaii, because that's what I want to manifest. Well, what do? I use my heart to feel with the joy and excitement I would of being in Hawaii. Then I use my mind to visualize myself running on the beach or zip line before you know on jet skis whenever that may be, so I'm focusing on this specific energy that I want to have, and I'm seeing myself in first person. I'm doing the actual task. If I'm on a jet ski, all I can see is my hands. All I can see is the water. Right. If I'm zip lining, all I can see is my feet hanging and dangling, zipping through. Now I want to start I want to start adding to that in detail. I want to feel the weather. What's the temperature like? Is it sunny? Can I feel the sun on my skin? Right. Is it breezy? Can I feel that breeze? What does it smell like? What does Hawaii smell like? Maybe I smell the salt water, or I'm not even sure if it has salt water, but maybe I smell the water right. Maybe I smell the food that the other restaurants are cooking. This is everything that you want to add to start building out your visualization. Now what you're doing is you're turning your attention and your energy, and you're focusing it towards that vibration. Remember we talked about how the law of attraction works, because you're focusing your attention there. The universe is gonna conspire to bring that to you. Now if you can hold this intention, and you can keep your energy and vibration high and stay in a good mood, then your present, your actual energy will start to match that. Alright. And when your actual physical present energy starts to mess this energy, you find yourself in Hawaii. And the way this will start unrolling is life will start to basically create this trail. So if this is Hawaii and you've been visualizing it right? You've been visualizing this well, life will start to drop these little trails for you, and you might get extra money on your check, and now you can buy a ticket. A friend might be going to Hawaii, and they invite you. Different things have happened because the universe is conspiring for this to happen for you. This is what you place your attention on, you continue to place your attention on it. You continue to fill it. So your energy and your vibration is matching it. You're seeing it in first person because for all the universe knows you're doing this, the universe doesn't know that you're day drinking, the universe believes that you're doing it. Why? Because of these two factors here, you feel it in your attention, is their energy, the feeling, and you're using all the senses. So you're filling up that space filling with smell, with taste, with touch. I learned this, will never got it. If you want to say you want to visualize a friend right there, down and bad, but you want to see them doing well, visualize them doing well and create that conversation. You guys would have say things like I remember when you know you were down bad, now you're doing so well, and really create that combo, because with that combo is doing its trick in your mind and say, oh, this is already happening, you're not so focused on that first level. I wish this happened for my friend, I wish they got better. They're saying, oh no, that's already happened. I remember when it was this way, now look how happy you are, now look how joyful you are. You can do the same thing with anything that you're visualized. Oh, I remember when I'm with Hawaii water, was this the people, was this? It was an incredible trip, man, I love it. And people might look at you crazy, like you didn't go to Hawaii, but in your head you visualize it so many times and you literally been there, you felt that experience until it turns into a present, right? Until your energy matches that, then it becomes a present. So that's the key to visualization. You want to feel. It always lead with the feeling, because I believe feeling is something that it kind of trumps a lot of things. So if you can feel, let that enter that universe. No, hey, this is how I feel about this. I'm so excited, I'm so joyful. Then start painting that picture. Alright, now it's first person with some things that I'm doing. Alright. Maybe I'm drinking out of a coconut. No, I got to see my hand to see the coconut and feel the coconut juice going down my throat and just really immerse myself in it and feel joyful, feel happy. Use all my senses, and that's the key to visualization. And the thing about visualization is once you get very, very comfortable with it, you can do it anywhere. If you're sitting at the doctor's office board, you can be in Hawaii, you can be in Paris, you could be in Dubai. That's the power behind visualization. Because remember we spoke about mood, that's died in on mood, right? If this was a building, and you are resting here on say the 6th floor, well now, because you're bored, drafted doctor's office, but you're visualizing Hawaiian, that instantly raises your mood. Why? Because you feel better. I feel excited about one of Hawaii. That's how you bump your mood up. Maybe you're on 9 now, right? That's how you bump your mood up. So if you can pepper this throughout your day, every time your mood drops down, you visualize pepper back up, and if you stay consistent, you won't ever drop down here. This won't be, you will no longer be a level 6 being which are moved, you arrest at level 9. Now, this is where you rest. This is your resting move. People say, oh, you seem like you're in a better mood. You seem like things are going, good in life, like, what's happened. People will ask those questions because you're no longer this person, you're this person, but now you're trying to pepper it up to even get higher. Okay, so that's why visualization is so important, because it allows us as being to control our own energy. It allows us to dictate whatever kind of energy we want to give off, based off that energy. It dictates the present. The present right now is all we can focus on. We can't focus on anything else. There is no future. All we're doing is calling forth an energy in a situation that we currently want to match. That's how we turn it. The future turns into the present simple. So that's the power of visualization. Let's talk about manifesting using visualization. I'm gonna give you guys a super easy concept that's very powerful and easy to understand in terms of what's actually happening. Remember, we have a past, we have present, and we have the future. We already discussed that the future doesn't exist because by the time the future arrives, it is now the present. We also determined that we are energy and vibration. So we have an energetic vibration or moved, and in turn that plays on our present, meaning, our present has a MHM specific energy frequency and vibration. Right. So when we're manifesting, how we want to think about it is that's visualized. We're going to visualize and put our attention and our focus on this specific energy, and we call that Hawaii, right? Why? Well, now our energy is now matching Hawaii. If we continue to keep this connection the present or have to turn into Hawaii, that's how you manifest the trip to Hawaii present. Energy is matching your energy because of where your attention is, super simple. So we're basically calling forth the energy and the frequency in the situation and the objects that we want in our present. We're calling that forth energetically. Does that make sense? Because remember, everything is energy? Everything is in a frequency and vibration. Remember, the law of attraction brings life to life. It doesn't care if you said you want it or you don't want it. All it cares about is, hey, your attention, your light bulb, your spotlight is focused on this. So I'm going to conspire to bring that to you. But if for why it makes you feel good and it makes you excited, well, guess what? You're overall moved in, your energy is high. Now you're a person that can be easily influenced by spirit. In terms of ideas, hunches, things of that nature. I'm setting aside time and say, let me visualize this because this is what I want to call forth into my prison. The future never comes ever. We only have the present to work with. We only have the present to work with. That's why it's wise to keep your attention and your focus when because the now is all we have. That's all we can work from. As far as changing your now to a more desirable state in situation, well, you got to focus your attention on the things that you do want so that your vibe can change now. You feel better now. Your present is going to change too, because it has to match now. But let you guys in on one part where a lot of people get hung up on a lot of people, but you're not gonna get hung up because you're listening to this course, you're taking notes. You're applying what you're learning and you're understanding this because it's super simple. I mean, everything is super simple to understand so that you hopefully can share this with other people. But what most people are doing is MHM. You're focusing, they're focusing on their environment, focusing on what's already here, what's already manifested, focusing on what's already manifested. And they're allowing that to dictate their energy, and because has their energy, it dictates their present matches that. So they are recycled because they're like, well, I see this and it's making me feel this way, and they're wondering why they're stuck. You're stuck. Because look at the cycle you're perpetuating, you're reviewing negativity, or you're viewing your environment, and that's changing your vibe. And it's holding your present. So nothing's gonna change here. Nothing can change until you change this. Until you change your focusing your energy. Yeah. Okay. Now I want to focus on this stuff. Alright, I'm gonna focus on that. Oh, that makes me feel better, right? Makes me feel better. I changed my energy. It changes my mood, changed my vibration. Oh wow. Now I'm getting a new job now, I'm moving to a better part of town now. I'm manifesting things that I never thought I could manifest. Okay. That happens to so many people. And I wish just this message alone could reach millions of people because that's what it comes down to. So you really have to, understand the importance of your mind and visualization, and understanding that just because you're here, and you're experiencing what you're experiencing, you as a being, no other beings on the planet, no animals can do this. Only humans. You can literally take your mind and your attention, and your focus pointed to anywhere that you can think of, match that frequency and calling forth into the present man. That's beautiful. It's beautiful and powerful. You should never be bored and sitting around and woe is me where I was on the flip side. You can say I want to feel better. What would it be like to go to Paris with a bunch of friends on a private jet? You might be something that's how did you're railing. Because you never thought of that. And that's what I want to. The point I want to get across to you guys is you can have any and everything. But most people don't even think that far. They can't even imagine it. Next up is affirmations. What I'm gonna do is show you how affirmations work and the best and most powerful way that you can use them moving forward. Right. So with affirmations again is about the present. We spoke about the past. Present and future is about the present. So what affirmations, what you're doing is words have a vibration and frequency. Hate has a different vibrational frequency than the word love. Take two plants identical. And give one words of encouragement and love every morning. And give the other words of negativity. And the one with love and encouragement grow a lot stronger and be a lot more fruitful than the plant that got the negativity. So speech and words have vibration and the power of their own. So what we're doing with affirmations is we're taking that vibration of speech right. And we're adding the feeling with it to basically change the vibration. Our vibration in the present. So you can do this by saying I am strong, right? I am smart, whatever you want it to be. But I am is the all-encompassing. You're telling the universe this is what I am. This is what my energy and my vibration is. I am strong. I am smart, I am focused, I am happy. I believe somewhere in the Bible it says let the weak man say I am strong. You're putting yourself in a place where you can control your vibration, your energy with speech and filling it. And that will dictate and obviously change your presence, right? If you weren't happy, you can now say I am happy, and you can refer back to that feeling. You need the feeling to go along with the words. The feeling is what's going to change your vibration. Yeah, I am happy. So that's how affirmations work. What I want to talk about now is a little bit more bang for your buck, right? The other things were kind of peppered throughout your day. In the morning, you want to do these affirmations at night, during lunch. You want to visualize those are peppered throughout your day, so that it is kind of keeping your mood as it drop down boom, and get some nice little bump up drops down boom that you want to be consistent so that your overall move to raise. With these, like I said, it's bang for your buck. It's about finding a window and dropping the seed in there and allowing that to grow. So if you remember my first diagram where I have source soul to mind body. These down here would be the physical, where we are now our mind or body, and then obviously in the middle that connection between those two are the subconscious and the conscious. So the conscience would technically be the physical because it's kind of in control of our day-to-day. Our decision-making, things of that nature. A subconscious is making decisions at a higher level, things that you don't have to think about. So you can kind of see how it all he falls up really. What it comes down to between the conscious and subconscious is energy. The subconscious wants to be as efficient as possible. The conscious is slow. You're learning how to eat as a kid, you're going through the motions, you're getting food all over your face. That's a process of learning that takes a lot of energy for the brain, say 30 years old. You can eat in the dark, you can use your fork and get it to your mouth and chew all without seeing anything, because by then the conscience has learned the behavior. It has pressed it upon the subconscious over and over and over until now the subconscious is like, okay, this is a task that we have to always do. I'm gonna keep it in a memory bank so we can be a little bit faster, more efficient. Save energy when it comes down to forming habits and beliefs. All that stuff sits here. But all those beliefs and habits and things of that nature came initially from your conscience, is what you told yourself, or what you initially believed. And it pressed on the subconscious until that was a belief. So if you wanted to change your belief, you simply identified. Oh, I believe this. I wonder why I believe this. Turn my phone off. I believe this. I wonder why I believe this. When you say, I wonder why and how, you're referring to, how did I consciously make that decision? You find out why you consciously made that decision, trace it back here to the starting point, and then you confirm. Okay, I don't know, I no longer believe that anymore. All I have to do is find out that all the successful people wake up early. Nobody that's successful wakes up later than say 8 o'clock, right? Most of them wake up at 5 and 6 every day. Even on the weekends. Okay, I need to go to bed sooner, so I can wake up earlier, so I can get a jump. I want to be successful. I want to be in a pool of successful people. I want to be seen as successful people to do this. It was very easy to make the change. Now wake up at 4:35 a.m. every day because I became that person. Once I've gotten a routine and started doing it, that became meat. So if I wake up later, if I feel off, I don't even feel the same. So I'm sure you have the same type of, behaviors and patterns. You can dictate here. You want to dictate things here. You want to consciously make certain decisions and be aware because, it's gonna get pressed upon itself. The gap for the most bang for your book. As far as planning to see in your subconscious, the first one is going to be sleep. Right before you go to sleep, there's this little gap where you're aware, but you're kind of, drifting your dozes. If you can visualize, use that gap to visualize and to connect with that success energy, connect with that well-being energy. That's the most beneficial thing you can do, because the conscious decision is you connecting to that energy when you go to sleep, and you press this conscious press on the subconscious for the next 678 hours, it's gonna take into account that last vibe that you had. That's where people who have no nightmares. Or if you're thinking about something's on your mind, and when you go to sleep, you dream it out, you're running from something, you're chasing something, you're falling, it's your subconscious trying to play out what the hell you just brought to it. Yeah. Of making my energy match its success. I'm making my energy in my present matched success as I go to sleep, meditation or prayer. Same things, meditation, your prayer. So meditation and prayer, while those works so well because they get you very close to sleep, they bring you down to that calm, relax and bring your heart rate down. Get you close to that alpha state is getting you as close as possible to sleep. Prayer. You want to be at ease, meditation. Same thing. So the way you use prayer in the most effective way would be bring your heart rate down, relax, called peace, and you want to pray as if whatever it is you want, you have again. We're changing our present state and meditate too. Yeah. Bring your energy from out of whack to baseline. Even killed the way I learned to meditate. It helped with the focus. It helped tremendously with focus. That's what I believe meditation essentially is. So once I started meditating, I would drift off and think about other things. I need to email this person, I need to call this person back. What you have to do is catch that and bring it back. Focus back on your nostrils. So when you first start off meditating, your focus is gonna be crazy, like you're not going to have much of it. You'll run off for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes and be like, wow, I forgot what I was doing. You bring it back. So don't get discouraged. Don't stop meditating because you're like, oh, I can't meditate, I can't sit here and not think of anything. Of course you can because you haven't done it, understand? That's the act. Meditation is you grabbing me the focus. Let me reconnect. Let me reconnect. And if you do it for 5 minutes, cool. Do it for 5 minutes every day. Then you get up to 10. You get up to 15.20. Meditation is great for when you're going throughout your day and you're just scattered rain, right? And again, it's being aware and checking your mood. Alright, you can stop in the middle of the day. You don't care if you're at lunch, you have work, you have a high-intensity sales job at lunch, take that 5-10 minutes, do some breathing exercises, meditate. Get your energy back along again. You want to keep that mood, keep that energetic level high, because the law of attraction is always working. Your boomerang has been thrown. You want to still be on that level when it comes back. I want all of my blessings. I want all of the experiences. I want all of the opportunities. I don't want to fall down to a whole another level and miss everything that I asked for. If you're praying for somebody, my advice would be, do not even in prayer in general. Do not say, oh, I wish I had this. I want this, I wish this would come through. All you're putting out. I want and I wish. The universe doesn't care about any of that. Honestly, it just cares about matching your frequency. So you have to focus on changing your frequency to match what it is you're asking for. If you want something for somebody, if you want somebody to overcome a sickness, or you have to pray and see them healthy, see them healthy. See that person and touch that person and talk to that person and tell them. You know, what would they say if they were healthy? What's the conversations you would have? You look so strong now, you look so healthy. I'm so happy for you. Or if a friend's on hard times, see them in your head as successful. Put your hands on your shoulder. Congratulations. Well done. And think about what they would say back. You're changing your present energy to match the energy in which you prefer. That's it. Always want to pray and maneuver as if it's here already. It's already done. Now. I need to experience. How do I experience it? I act like it already happened. That's how I changed my present state to match. Another thing is in the morning, right? When you wake up in the morning, that's a great time for affirmations. Because you're pre-paving your day, you're saying no. I intend for my day to be full of joy. I intend for my day to flow. You're putting that intent out here already. You're matching your interview with what you want, so it should come back right? But there you go. Now to really kick this off and remove any handbrakes. The first thing we need to do is we need to do some spring clean, and this is going to allow you to go faster, way faster. First things first is you need to remove all negativity from your life. TV shows, the news, gossip, anything that's negative that's holding you back. That's the e-brake on a car that's trying to do 70 on the freeway, 65 on the freeway. You have the e-brake home, got to remove yourself from negativity. Also, what negativity does is it makes you a wanted. All you have to be open by being positive. You're opening yourself to more opportunities to happen. So I gotta remove yourself from all negativity. Next, you need to clean your social media. If you want to be able to follow and unfollow any and everybody that does not align with this new person, this new avatar, this new you moving forward. Alright. So if they knew you carried yourself a certain way, spoke a certain way, address others a certain way, right? And wanted that same respect. Well, we need to clean our news feed to be able to match that we need to follow. So if our new person moving forward was a young business-savvy individual moving forward, they wouldn't need the negativity that they've been accumulating on their news feed. They should just remove anything that's negative. That doesn't align with that person. They're trying to be in follow pages that doesn't line follow Forbes, follow different business goals. You want to start aligning yourself with this new being. This stuff is insightful, and it can feed you, and it can help you become that perfect being. You're trying to be more power. Next, audit your friends and family. You have negative friends, and you have negative family members. And the importance of this is once you start trying to manifest, and you're acting as if you just got that job, just got that race where you're going to have a whole slew of negative people confirming that. That's not true. That's gonna hold back your manifestation from people who are not open and positive, or they can allow energy and manifestations to happen, right? They can't even visualize and use their imagination, because they feel like it's petty or childish. That's gonna hold you back from manifesting what it is you want. So you got to be able to audit friends, family if they're not with this new program, this new you moving forward. If they keep bringing up everything you've done in the past, they have to go, because guess what, your new person moving forward, that's the whole point of this. So spring cleaning. This is a super impactful and a super important step, because like I said, you can leave this e-brake on if you want, or you can take it off, and when you take it off, man, you really shoot forward. And also what it does is if you have 345 friends, and there you start remove it a few friends that's negative. These friends will be a lot more beneficial to you just because they're positive, and then you'll start going places. Obviously you're manifesting a new life, you'll find more people that's positive before you know it. You've got so many positive, and so much supporter is so much back of this new you. It's insane.